A top rap star is busted.
Jay-Z turned himself in tonight, and the cops started working on his rap sheet, accusing him of a stabbing at a trendy party.
Kimberly Richardson is at Midtown South right now. Kimberly.
Well, Rosanna, just a few hours ago, police here at Midtown South arrested Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z. The rap star voluntarily turned himself in here at the precinct earlier this evening. Now, Carter is being held here in connection with that stabbing fight that erupted at the Kit Kat Club last night. But just a few moments ago, Carter's attorney had this to say.
Word on the street is that Diddy just got slapped with a plea deal where he could snitch on Jay-Z. And insiders are whispering that Jay-Z is shook. Apparently, as investigators dig deeper, Jay-Z's name keeps popping up again and again. It's becoming real clear that Diddy wasn't pulling strings all by himself. Nope, somebody way bigger was lurking in the shadows.
Not involved in this, period.
He was at the club?
That's my only comment. He wasn't involved in this.
So it was someone else that did the stabbing and the hitting?
I didn't say that. I said he was not involved in it.
Now rumors are swirling that Jay-Z might flip on Diddy just to keep his billion-dollar empire from crashing down. And if Jay-Z falls, best believe Beyonce's glittering world could come crashing too. It's getting messier by the minute. The exact terms of Diddy's plea deal are still locked tight, but folks close to the drama are saying it involved Diddy admitting to crimes where Jay-Z had a hand too.
I have my faults, I'm not a perfect person.
Even crazier, reports claim Jay-Z allegedly told Diddy to reject the deal. Sources say the feds were ready to let Diddy off easy if he spilled the beans on his whole crew. But Diddy straight up refused because he knows the prison code. Snitches get stitches, and rats don't last long behind bars. Diddy's not trying to have a target on his back in the yard. Things are heating up fast, and both Diddy and Jay-Z are standing on shaky ground. This saga is just getting started.
A twist in a high-profile lawsuit accuses rapper Jay-Z of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The lawsuit, originally filed in October, was refiled today to include Jay-Z as a defendant. The anonymous accuser claims the assault occurred at an MTV Video Music Awards after-party. Jay-Z has denied the allegations in a statement on Roc Nation's Instagram, calling the accusations heinous and urging a criminal complaint be filed instead of a civil one. He also criticized the attorney behind the lawsuit, Tony Busby, accusing him of exploiting the case for personal gain.
This ain't the first time Diddy and Jay-Z got their names tangled up in some serious crime talk. Both of them got a long, ugly history of messing with people and threatening anybody bold enough to stand up to them. Jay-Z even pled guilty to third-degree assault after stabbing Lance Rivera way back in December 1999. And around that same wild year, Diddy found himself caught up in a nightclub shooting too. Jay-Z's got a real dangerous streak, violent and unpredictable.
Let's skip over that.
Okay. I don't like it at all.
I could not believe what I was hearing.
Fast forward to just a few months ago, and guess what? Both Diddy and Jay-Z got named as defendants in a major lawsuit, but the heat didn't last long. The woman who filed the suit suddenly backed out after Jay-Z allegedly hit her with some heavy threats. Right after Jay-Z dropped a slick public statement trying to clean up the mess, Diddy magically got sprung from jail, claiming some so-called medical emergency. While he was chilling at the hospital, Diddy was making moves. Sources say he made a few key calls, and like clockwork, about a week later, that lawsuit just disappeared.
I don't want to get themselves in a PR disaster. They can't be, write a check.
And now, with the courtroom showdown creeping closer, things just exploded even more. Jay-Z and Beyonce's names popped up again, this time in another civil lawsuit linked straight to Diddy. In a case filed down in Florida on April 1st, victim Joseph Zarro claims he was drugged, dragged across state lines against his will, and suffered brutal, sick abuse, all as part of what he says was a twisted, organized criminal ring run by Diddy and his people. This storm is getting way uglier than anybody thought.
That the people in power had gave that ring to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. So to separate him when in fact they may be two of the same, but because Jay-Z is low-key, that low-key sneaky shit, and Diddy is, and was rambunctious, you know, just out with it, it don't mean that they not two of the same. One just a little quiet with his shit.
What happened at the basketball game? When they ran into, you guys ran into Jay-Z?
They were just talking. They was talking amongst each other about their little white girls. They little skinny white girls.
And I mean, did Diddy always say negative things about Jay around you?
The time he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay, yeah.
Way back in 2015, word on the street is that Jay-Z and Beyonce were both spotted at one of those wild freak-off parties, the kind where anything goes. And this wasn't some random gossip. A man was allegedly harmed during the madness. It's clear, this ain't the first time Jay-Z's name has been dragged into Diddy's shady world, and you can bet it won't be the last. Jay-Z didn't waste any time clapping back at the accusations. And of course, he straight up denied everything.
Biggie died, Tupac died, and then there was the fight between who was the top rapper now, Nas and Jay-Z, and then the next thing you know, Nas has a nervous breakdown and he's taken out of the game and it's all Jay-Z.
It's all Jay-Z.
It's all Jay-Z. And he was working with R. Kelly and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all of those records together. They both Aaliyah. They shared so much in common. You know? And then there was a falling out. And that's like it never happened. Whoever talks about best of both worlds? Nobody talks about that.
But let's be real. Diddy and Jay-Z are like two sides of the same dirty coin. Sources say the only way Jay-Z would ever rat Diddy out is if the feds got him caught red-handed on tape, incriminating himself. And that's a big if. Gene Deal, a man who knows the game inside and out, didn't hold back. He said flat out that Jay-Z is just as violent as Diddy. Only difference? Jay-Z keeps it low-key, moving in silence, while Diddy couldn't keep his mouth shut. Dude was out here confessing on live TV like it was no big deal. And it gets even crazier.
Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
People who actually worked side by side with Jay-Z are spilling the tea too. During a bombshell interview on Piers Morgan Uncensored, Jaguar Wright, who used to be Jay-Z's backup dancer, put Jay and Diddy on blast, calling them straight up monsters. She even claimed there are victims lined up, ready to step into court and testify against both Jay-Z and Beyonce. This scandal is blowing up bigger than anyone ever imagined. It's no coincidence. The folks who went up against Jay-Z have a strange habit of vanishing into thin air. Like, for real.
Just leaked and it was posted by Social Details. This is allegedly a call that he had, and there's a lot of talk, a lot of code words in there, so we're gonna listen to it together. Check it out. Now, this alleged leaked call from Diddy in prison was talking about getting rid of pizza boxes. Now, if you know your stuff and you're privy, you know exactly what pizza stands for, and that's probably what they're talking about and referring to on this alleged leaked call. Pizza, for those who don't know, I'm gonna make it very clean. It has to do with children and selling.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Now, in this alleged phone call, he starts talking about someone named Jay. People are speculating that maybe Jay-Z, but there's no confirmation. At the same time, he talks about recycling plastic. I don't know what that could mean. If you guys have any idea, comment and let me know.
Everybody out there quiet as Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh.
I mean, it seems by the call that he's looking for help. He's saying that a lot of people are quiet, I guess people that are on his side, and that he's gonna have the last laugh at the end.
Man, just do what I told you to do, and don't forget about the list.
And then he goes on to say, don't forget about the list. And we don't know what that list is or what that implies, but this is pretty crazy. Do I think this is legitimate? There is no confirmation yet if this is legitimate or not, but this is the alleged leaked call of Diddy.
While Diddy was locked up, he and Jay-Z were still keeping close tabs on each other. They stayed in constant contact, plotting behind the scenes. Diddy even hit up his son from jail, telling him straight up to reach out to Jay-Z. And guess what? Leaked audio straight out of the Metropolitan Detention Center showed Diddy making shady calls to secret numbers using fake credentials he bought off other inmates.
When I looked at that thing, to be honest, I thought that the people who was watching it, because you know at those hotels, they have security personnel that watch that stuff. And if they didn't call the police, they should be in jail. I don't care what nobody say. You know, whoever watched that tape and didn't submit that to the authorities, they should be brought up on charges.
Why do you think the video is barely coming out right now? Because you got a lot of people, you know, that's wondering why it took so long.
First of all, they know that Puff probably paid the security personnel because he knew it was on camera. When he made it to the hallway, when she made it to that phone, once that phone picked up, that's going straight to security. That's for emergency purposes only. So either the concierge or somebody that's handling emergency type situations when she picked up that phone. So now, Puff probably had somebody pay them off. 9 times out of 10, he had somebody pay them off, bruh.
Diddy was moving slick, but not slick enough, but let's be real. Jay-Z wasn't Diddy's only partner in crime. Turns out Diddy had powerful friends in high places too, like Mayor Eric Adams. Just weeks before Diddy got slapped with charges, Mayor Adams was out here smiling and handing Diddy the key to the city. Fast forward a little, Diddy's behind bars and boom, Mayor Adams gets cuffed too, caught up in his own messy corruption scandal. Their ties run deep, and it's those shady connections that finally gave the feds enough ammo to take Diddy down.
News tonight, for the first time in the history of New York City, a sitting mayor has been indicted for crimes. ABC News reporting that Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted by a federal grand jury. We do not know yet the exact charges. Federal authorities have been investigating Adams and members of his staff, issuing subpoenas for documents and cell phones. Several members of administration have resigned, some of them also friends of Mayor Adams. Again, Eric Adams, the 110th mayor of New York, has been indicted by a federal grand jury. We'll have the latest online and tonight on Eyewitness News at 11.
And it gets even messier. Jay-Z and Beyonce aren't innocent bystanders in this saga. Nope, they're working hand in hand. Sources say their marriage wasn't just about love, it was a straight-up business move. They knew rolling with Diddy would skyrocket their fame and fortunes. The real tea? Jay-Z and Beyonce weren't just random guests at Diddy's freak-off parties. They were allegedly the true masterminds behind the scenes. They built their billion-dollar empire by playing dirty and sticking close to Diddy's operation. This web of power, fame, and scandal runs way deeper than anybody thought. Jay-Z just cut Diddy off. Cold. And guess what? He ain't the only one jumping ship.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those fucking trophies, those fucking trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
This guy. Oh, wow. You're gonna let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammys. He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
He has like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
He was one. After that, he got them shits. He started drinking. His pictures with him like, fuck the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no
marriage.
longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Diddy's own lawyers, the ones who had his back for over 20 years, just dropped him like a hot potato. The law firm that's been riding with him through thick and thin is out too. And make no mistake, word is Jay-Z is the one pulling strings behind the scenes, making sure Diddy's got no one left to run to. Attorney Anthony Rico, who was leading Diddy's defense, sent in a letter stepping down from the case. But he kept it real cryptic, saying he couldn't reveal why because of attorney-client privilege. Makes you wonder, what did Rico see that made him walk away from one of the biggest cases out there? Diddy's been fighting like crazy to block the evidence piling up against him. His legal team is out here crying that the search warrants for raiding his mansions were bogus and illegal. They're begging the court to throw out the evidence and delay the whole trial. But it's not looking good. Too much dirt is leaking out, and fast. Diddy tried to outsmart the system, but now he's stuck behind bars with no real moves left, except maybe snitching to save himself. And let's be real, Jay-Z might have stayed low-key for years, but when it comes to survival, loyalty goes straight out the window. If those secret tapes exist, and insiders are swearing they do, then not even all Jay-Z's billions can save him now. The streets are buzzing, the walls are closing in, and the billion-dollar empire they built on silence is crumbling right in front of our eyes. This ain't the beginning. This is the end. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share to stay locked in, because trust me, it's only getting darker from here. See you on the next one.